Welcome back to another Tier That. Today we have Mattie again.
Hello.
First ever returning guest star.
Wow, I
Unless
feel so special.
Something crazy happens before I upload this video. Okay, so this is the Evermore album. We're going to be tiering it. We went ahead and did the liberty of doing the rough work beforehand, so, well, we'll hope this is smooth and doesn't take 3 hours. All right, Mattie?
Okay, Will is C tier.
Okay.
It's not a C tier Taylor Swift song. There's no such thing as a C tier Taylor Swift song.
Right, of course. I would never assert such a thing.
Within the whole album, within the album Evermore, it's a C tier.
I don't have much to say about Willow besides when I play the Swiftle, this is usually the song that I guess when I'm trying to get the Evermore album, because I don't really know what most of these songs sound like when I'm playing the Swiftle. Actually, even after studying for this video, I still don't know what most of them sound like. Champagne Problems.
S tier. The line "November flush in your flannel cure" is S tier poetry. It's the most eloquent way of saying I was cold, so he gave me his jacket.
Yeah, I still didn't get that. I had to read the line several times before I understood that.
It's like very poetic.
Okay, next we've got Gold Rush.
I would put it in A tier.
You said that this has good storytelling.
It does.
Wait, I'll read your line.
Okay.
Falling feels like flying till the bone crush.
It's so true because you really do feel like you're flying until like you
hit the ground.
You hit the ground.
Yeah, ouch. Like I said, this album was far deeper than I thought it was going to be. I've listened to Folklore more, and it was like more intense Folklore.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
People joke about like Evermore being the older, like more mature sister of Folklore. I didn't realize I was listening to Evermore, the clean version, for the very first time. I listened to the clean version.
Yeah, which was ironic because I didn't hear most of the album because my explicit songs are turned off on Spotify. So I listened to like 5 songs and thought, yep, I'm ready to film this video now.
What?
'Tis the Darn Season. Oh, yes.
S tier.
S tier.
The melody, the lyricism, the bridge is so good. It's so good. And she literally wrote this song while she was drunk. Isn't that wild? It is such a good song, and she wrote it while
wild.
Drunk. I mean, she is a genius.
Tolerate It.
S tier. I cried when I listened to it for the first time because it's very relatable.
This one was also marked as explicit, so I heard it for the first time when we were planning this. No Body, No Crime, one of the only songs I remember from the album, and Mattie thinks to move Willow up.
Oh, yeah,
and then you said to put No Body, No Crime in C. Anyways, No Body, No Crime, great story. I think it's not Maddie's favorite, and it makes her paranoid of cops.
Yes, when I listen to it in the car, I think there's a cop coming when I hear the siren in the beginning.
But the song's witty, and the tune just isn't there.
Yeah, it's witty.
Real shame, because the witty part is what made me remember it. Happiness. The ironic song, because it's not happy at all. Let me read this lyric for you.
Now my eyes leak acid rain on the pillow where you used to lay your head.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a happy song.
No, it's not. It's not.
You really like to use the word lyricism, so good lyricism.
Yes.
It feels like that's something you value a lot in all the songs in the S tier.
I do value that a lot.
Dorothea, I said D tier, and Mattie said, can I switch Willow and No Body, No Crime? And I said, yes, of course, except that probably means that we originally put No Body, No Crime in the B tier, and now it's time to, well, look, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay, so Dorothea, D tier, not super poetic, doesn't really fit in.
Yeah, it's not as, like,
Odd Man Out.
Sophisticated as the rest of the album.
Coney Island. Did I close my fist around something delicate? And then Maddie's favorite part.
Do you miss the rogue?
Yeah, what a good one. So obviously, did we say S tier?
We said B tier.
Of course we did.
We said A tier.
Of course we said A tier. Wait, we said B tier. No, wait, A tier. Good one.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure to follow the script. We got a really sophisticated script here with lots of cues.
Uh-huh.
We're very well practiced.
Okay, next song.
Wait, sorry, we got to redo that bit. Ivy,
A tier.
Oh, that's what it says. I was reading a tier, but it's A tier.
It's really good. It's really good. It's just not as good as like the other ones. It's really good, and I really like the line where it says the old widow goes to the stone every day, but I don't. I just sit here and wait, grieving for the living, because I also grieve for the living.
Cowboy Like Me. You put it in the S tier.
I put it in S tier. Okay.
Oh, she's rethinking it. What do you want to do now with it?
No. S tier. It's for the line "Forever is the sweetest con," because the whole song is about 2 con artists falling in love with each other, and I love like the double meaning of "Forever is the sweetest con," as in like a pros and cons list, but also like Forever's the sweetest con, like the biggest, like
I get
the
it now.
sweetest like trick.
Yeah. Long story short, that's actually how I'm just gonna end the video. Just long story short. So okay.
Long story short, the end.
Yeah.
Can we redo this whole thing now?
Sure, why not? You wanted No Body No Crime to be switched with Dorothea, and I just said I'll just put it in the F tier. F tier for murder. Don't kill people.
F tier for felony.
F tier. No. You said, is murder a felony? And I said, get out of my house, as I started to fear for my life. Okay, so F tier for felony.
Long story short, where did we put that?
We put it in D tier, and then I called you a murdering psychopath. Okay, great. Marjorie. Marjorie sounds like the combination of margarine and perjury. Okay, anyways, as you were saying, you wanted to name your daughter Marjorie, right? Okay, great.
S tier is such a S tier. It's such a beautiful song, and when I went to the Eras tour, it literally made me cry, and I don't even have a dead grandparent. It's so well written.
But what a good song.
Yes.
This one also stood out to me.
Yes.
Closure.
So there are a lot of memes about this song.
We love this song. Mostly, you know what? Because we have this meme here.
And people joke that it sounds like pots and pans at the beginning, clinging together.
Well, is that not what she did? That's exactly what it sounds like.
I don't know if that's what she did or not.
Anyways, so obviously the pots and pans. The meme is that you're listening to the Evermore album and you're falling asleep.
And
and then Closure comes on and
it wakes you up.
You're jumped awake. So for this, we've actually invented a new tier, the M tier. Closure gets the M tier for meme.
Do I still know every single lyric to this song though? Yes.
Evermore. Now this one's cracked. I love this one.
I also love this one.
This one.
It's really good.
This one would have made me cry if I wasn't a man, but unfortunately, toxic masculinity and all that jazz. So I wasn't able to. Maybe another day.
This song, it has such good imagery. When I listen to this song, I feel like I'm bundled up in a blanket watching the snow fall from my window, sipping hot chocolate.
Right, of course. Yeah. S tier. I just like it. Okay, anyways, right where you left me.
Okay, this one it might be a little controversial, but
yeah, Maddie's really scared that since she didn't put in the S tier.
I think a lot of Swifties would put it in S tier, but I would say A tier. It's a bonus track for a reason.
I think that, I'm afraid that Maddie's going to start a whole thing in the comments about this. I think people will be outraged that we put it so far away from the S tier. It's time to go.
Okay, B tier.
Matt, a lot of these songs I could have just used as like the exit line for this video. So you said B tier for this guy.
It has a good message, but once again, it's like it's a bonus track for a reason. She kind of like added it on at the end because for fun.
I'm noticing a slight skew in our distribution here towards the good half of the songs. I'm not a statistician. I think anyone who is mildly experienced with stats would argue, or would be panicked by this right here. In high school, after day one, I would have known this is bad. So, but you had a pretty solid defense for this.
In my defense, if you wanted an unbiased opinion on these songs, you wouldn't have asked me to do this video.
So that's all the time we have for today. Maddie's clearly a Swiftie.
Yes.
Well, I only asked Swifties to participate, of course. If you want me to redo this video with someone less biased, put it in the comments. We can vote her out. Anyways, I stand by this because it was good and I trust Maddie. So
Thank you.
I think that's all.
Yeah, I mean, half of those songs in S tier were explicit, so you didn't even listen to them.
I got to go back and listen to that clean version now.
I can't believe you didn't even look to see if there was a clean version.